Hello, I'm Antonio Mora. This is the newsandnews.com Day in Brief. Today's top stories in 4 minutes. It's Monday, August 13th at about 6:30 p.m. I really hate to spend time talking about a reality TV star's firing from the White House and her new book about President Trump. But Omarosa Manigault-Newman's book and the tapes she has released raise way too many alarming questions. First, Trump repeatedly promised to hire only the best people. As I asked on Friday, would anyone who watched The Apprentice have hired Omarosa? It was a train wreck waiting to happen. More important, whatever happened with her firing and its aftermath, is there any doubt it is evidence of a dysfunctional personnel environment at the White House? Worse yet, what kind of chaotic operation allows for someone to surreptitiously record anything inside the Situation Room, much less a conversation with the Chief of Staff? Who records calls with the President of the United States? What kind of Wild West world is going on at the White House where multiple people are reportedly taping conversations? Also today, the FBI fired Peter Strzok 2 years after he wrote disparaging texts about then-candidate Trump. The president tweeted, "Finally," and implied that because Strzok was in charge of the, quote, witch hunt, it needs to be dropped, calling it a total hoax, no collusion, no obstruction. Turkey accused the U.S. of stabbing it in the back with new sanctions that have sent the Turkish lira plunging to record lows. The growing economic crisis in the NATO allies' economy has had major ripple effects, with equity markets dropping pretty much everywhere. The Koreas have agreed to a summit in September. Iran's supreme leader rejected direct talks with the U.S., and the Taliban are increasing their territorial holdings in Afghanistan. They seem to have the upper hand in the battle for the city of Ghazni, which is only about 90 miles from Kabul. Hundreds have died in fighting around the country in recent days. Also, Trump signed a $716 billion defense bill. Among other things, it increases military salaries by 2.6%, the biggest raise in 9 years. Even though the bill was named for John McCain, Trump pointedly did not mention McCain in his remarks. So much for the high road. In our daily alternate universes segment, The Great Divide Between Conservative and Liberal Media, I am surprised every day at how the national media keeps shooting itself in the foot. Instead of doing its best to hold itself to standards that would limit accusations of bias and fake news, we repeatedly do the opposite. When a reporter gets shut down by the White House or banned from an event, it becomes front-page news almost everywhere, although conservative outlets give it much less coverage than others because it makes Trump look bad and because the reporter that earned the White House wrath is usually on the liberal spectrum. But when New York City Mayor Bill de Blasio ignores questions from a reporter from the conservative New York Post and then allows security to remove him, you hear crickets from national and local media. Sure, de Blasio isn't president, but he is a prominent liberal leader who appeared on national TV Sunday to proclaim, quote, "I believe in a free, strong media with diverse views. I'll defend it with all I've got." You'd think the New York Times and the Daily News would say something about him hypocritically shutting down a reporter. Nope. Finally, I'm a day late, but congratulations to Brooks Koepka for winning the PGA Championship, his second major of the year. More important for the game of golf and fans like me, though, is the comeback of Tiger Woods. He didn't know if he'd ever play again, much less at the highest level. Despite many surgical and emotional scars, and a decade after he won his last major, Tiger isn't just playing. He came close to winning the British Open, and this weekend he broke the scoring record for the final 2 rounds of the PGA. He used to say second stinks. Sunday, it didn't. You can find all those stories and much more updated around the clock 7 days a week on newsandnews.com, where you will find all you need to know in one place. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel by clicking on the right of your screen just below this video. And please follow us on Facebook at Real News and News, and follow me on Twitter at AMoraTV. I'll see you again tomorrow.